Mishnah 16 in Pirkei Avot says like this. 1-2 Mishnayot. Perek Gimel Mishnah Tetzayin. Rabbi Ishmael Omer. Rabbi Ishmael used to say, Have kal larosh. Be humble to the ground for the head. Means in your house. Who's the head in the house? Your father. Your father is the head. Do whatever is necessary for your father. He says, take off my shoes, take off his shoes. Make me a tea, make him a tea. Or you are a Talmid Chacham and there is a bigger Talmid Chacham. You have to do whatever he wants, this bigger Talmid Chacham. This is what it means. Heve kal larosh. Be humble to the head. V'noach letishchoret. And be calm to the young ones. What does that mean to the young ones? You Talmid Chacham, there's a bigger Talmid Chacham, and there's a beginner Talmid Chacham. You have to humble yourself down to a bigger than you Talmid Chacham, but to a younger than you Talmid Chacham, you become. You don't have to be humbling yourself down to him. Why? Because your Torah is greater than his Torah. So you have to respect him, there's no question. But you don't have to humble yourself down to somebody who's like your student or less than you. And the main rule, of course those also main rules, but here main rule says, accept everyone with a smile, with a happiness. How are you? Everything's good? Like he's part of you. This is the key of the Torah. This is the main key of the Torah. You see somebody, don't show your big maneta, they call it. You're a big coin. I have to be tough. That's professionalism. That's not professional. According to the Torah, this is the foolishness. I'll tell you. I went to visit Ovadia Yosef. There is no Gadol like Ovadia Yosef today. Ovadia Yosef, biggest. He was sitting in a shul. Two people shaking his head. Hi. It's very important. Very important. Somebody comes to your house, somebody comes to your shul, somebody comes to restaurant. You making birthday party, something. Somebody comes, hey, hi, how are you? Smile. Accept him with an open heart. It's very important. Accept everyone with a smile. Next Mishnah, Yud Zayin, chapter 3, Mishnah 17. Beautiful Mishnah. Rabbi Akiva says, Shchok v'kalud rosh margilin et ha'adam la'erva. When person is too happy, lightheaded, it brings people to sin with this, which is adultery. Adultery? No, adultery is an idol. Adultery. Измена. Не измена, прелюбодействие. Adultery. When person is too very, I don't want to say easygoing, but too light-headed. He doesn't have self-value. He doesn't have his own respect. Pusta smeshka. He takes things light in the world. He doesn't care about nothing. He doesn't care about the rules and regulations of the Torah. He's too soft, too easy. You tell him do this, do that. You could control him left and right. He doesn't have his own self-value. He's acting like a light shmata. So this is causing to a person to do adultery. Masoret, sayag la Torah. Tradition, which is whatever you accepted from your fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, kippah, tzitzit, kashrut, Shabbat, tefillin. It's law, but it's tradition. Tradition, sayag la Torah. This is the success to the Torah. Why? Person mostly falls into a deep trap when he wants to be free. I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to keep nothing. I want to be free. I want to feel myself free. And he starts not keeping what he's supposed to be keeping, and then he falls into the trap. But when a person is keeping tradition, 99.9%, he's successful in the Torah as well. One of the main traditions we know is Kaddish. Do you know how many times Kaddish saved a person's life? There are many stories. Person had to go on a bus in Israel. He says, there's a minyan. Let me pray minyan. I have to say Kaddish for my father today, He goes to minyan. In his eyes, he sees our bus going. In the middle of the station, boom! Arab blew up the bus like 10 years ago. This is no story. Kaddish saved somebody's life. Tradition saves you. Tzitzit. A soldier had tzitzit on. He got shot. Tzitzit protected him. Kid, 12-year-old kid, he had to go under chemotherapy. Okay, they put him into the room and they say to him, listen, you have to take this thing off. He says, I took all the shirts, everything, but tzitzit, I cannot take it off. I have to keep it on. They said, we are not going to do it. So she said, no chemotherapy. Wait outside. And the main doctor comes in. He says, what's going on? What's the argument for? He says, she wants me to take it off. I don't want to take it off. And she says, I don't want to do it for you. So he takes the paper, he says, Michael. He says, my name is not Michael. My name is Gabriel. He says, what? He says, come to my office. He took him to the office, he says, Baruch Hashem. He didn't take off it still. Why? Because if they would give you wrong dose into wrong body part. Because this paper is different person's paper. So they changed the document and they gave him with tzitzit on chemotherapy in different place. Baruch Hashem, today is a healthy person. What do we see from here? Mitzvot save our lives. You know this famous story Rabbi Pesach says many times. I heard 15 years ago from him once. I want to share with you. In Germany, there was a rule. Starting from Kristallnacht, 1939, Crystal Night they call it. It was during the daytime. They burned all the synagogues, Sefer Torah. 600 synagogues that day they destroyed. Can you imagine? 600. So what happened is they made parade. Kill the Jews, And the girl, she had to prepare for the test. This girl, and she had red hair. She didn't look like Jewish. She said, you know what? I need to go to my grandma's house and I'm scared. I don't want to be home alone. If they'll come to our house, they'll kill me. So she said, you know what? Let me open my shirt. I'll pretend as if I'm Goya. I'll open 2 buttons, and I'll scream with them till the grandma's black. Then I'll run away there. So what happened is, she opened 2 shirts, 2 buttons over there to look like Goyim. As she wanted to come out, she said, 1 second. My mother's words said, what her mother said, even in the 4 corners of your room, you should be modest. She said, you know what? Let them kill me. I'll scream like this. So she went, closed the 2 buttons, and she started screaming with them, with the fear of all the Germans, and she's only Jew, screaming until the block of the grandma, and she runs to grandma's house. Out of the fear, she lost her power of speech. She couldn't speak. Lost. Fear. Fear is the worst thing in the world. Pachad. Bad thing, terrible thing. She comes, mother hugs her, gives her sugar to drink, chai, sugar. Nothing helps. Nothing helps. Doesn't talk. Like 30 minutes later, she says, Naima, I got so scared. I first thought to come out with 2 buttons open, and then as I was coming out of the building, I remember your words that even in the 4 corners of your house you should be modest and this and that. And you came. So mother said, come over here to the bathroom. What do we have in the bathrooms? Mirror, right? She said, come to the bathroom. Open your 2 shirts, 2 buttons, whatever is this. So she opens 2 buttons. And what do you see there? Magen David. She said, if you would open your 2 buttons, just for seeing Magen David on you, they would take you under the foot and they would smash you. You see, modesty protects you. Torah protects you. Shabbat protects you. Kashrut protects you. Why do we gather today? Do you know today is the day you have to make alanga, like a bonfire, and dance around it? Why? Because today is the day the fire of Torah was revealed from Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. According to one opinion, today is the day that he was hiding. One opinion, he came out from the caves. And one opinion says, no, he passed away. If he would pass away, why would we enjoy this day? No, really is. So that opinion says when tzaddik passes away, his neshama like explodes, and all the Torah he learned is being like poured down to the world, and people grab it. So this one, when any rabbi passes away, the other person has the ability to become a big rabbi, or somebody has the ability to become a big rabbi. So what happened is, this is the reason why today we make bonfire. Why we make bonfire? Because of the fire of Torah was spread today. This is the reason. Now, me'asrot sayag la'osher. What is the success to be rich? Success to be rich is 10%. The fact that person separates 10%, he becomes rich. Maser. Nedarim sayag la'perishut. When person makes neder, wow. Person makes wow. This is a success to be separated. He says, for example, I promise I'm not gonna hang around with those boys anymore. I promise I'm not gonna do what they did anymore. You know, those promises that person makes usually separates him. But today we know we have a big rule. Whenever you say I promise, what do you have to say? Beli neder. So you shouldn't become a neder. Okay. Next one is sayag lechokhma. Adilam bazan. Shtika. The gate of the wisdom is to be silent. When person is silent, this is the biggest gate of the wisdom. When person starts speaking up, he shows everybody that he doesn't know nothing. Huh?
Can you give us
There's inside.
Example.
which case you have to be silent?
סייג לחוכמה שתיקה. Very beautiful question. Mr. Niyazov asked me strong point. He said, can you give us example what means the key of the wisdom? We want to be wisdom, smart, is silence. Two boys, two men were friends for 20 years, or two brothers, two sisters, two relatives, two friends. They were friends for many years. Something got wrong about them. One of them takes the phone and says, you know what? You did this, and starting from 10 years ago, some mistakes you made, and washing her out, or washing him out. And a week, two later, or 3 years later, their kids want to get married to each other. And now what? You don't know where to put, you don't know where to hide your face. You said everything about the person, right? And now you're becoming chudo with them, family. You're stuck. So therefore it says, sayag lachokhma shtika. The key to the wisdom is silence. Whenever you argue with someone, whenever something gets wrong, something, even though you're right, you want to prove your point, and you're just sitting quiet, you should know that is the wisdom. Exactly. You don't speak up, you don't argue, you don't fight.